I just want to be clear. This is not what disability looks like. This is barely a sliver of what my disability looks like. It will not be exciting. I just wanted to give you a sense of what it's like to walk in my shoes for the last 5 minutes of my workday as I leave the building and get in my car. Yes, it takes me a good 5 minutes to do that. That was one of the first things I had to get used to after my brain hemorrhage and stroke in 2010, walking extremely slowly and intentionally in order to be safe. First, this whirlwind tour of my office will be brought to you by the effort of putting on my jacket with one hand. It's hard to see exactly what kind of contortions I'm going through, but it takes some effort and practice. It's probably one of the hardest things I taught myself to do with one hand. And my bags are an essential part of my life, so I have to put them on in the right order so that I'm prepared for departure from the building. First my lunch bag, and then my tactical messenger bag, which goes with me everywhere and really acts as both my hands, because sometimes living one-handed means living no-handed, especially when I'm walking with my cane. I can't be carrying anything except my cane, so I need my messenger bag and that fantastic thermos coffee mug, which fits neatly in a cup holder in my bag, so that I can take everything I need with me wherever I go without too much trouble. Off I go. There's only one setting on the go button. One of the precautions I need to take when I walk anywhere is to act as though I'm driving, and then when I get to an intersection, even though there are no stop signs, I have to direct myself to stop and look both ways, because the last thing I want is to run into somebody. I don't know what people know about me and why I walk with a cane. One of the funny things about having a visible disability is that people will make assumptions about my injury. Seeing my leg brace or hearing it click or squeak, some have said, "Oh, how'd you hurt your leg?" But the truth is that even though the cane is visible and I walk with a limp, there's nothing wrong with my leg. My injury is invisible, hidden by my skull, masking the fact that I need the cane to compensate for balance issues and left side weakness caused by the stroke. The way I've talked about it with my kids is that my brain has forgotten how to control parts of the left side of my body, like my foot and hand. Today I will try the roller coaster ride of the revolving door and hope I don't get stuck. Once I'm through that hurdle, I can use my cane as a tool to open up the outer door and enjoy that it's finally spring and I can walk without concern of stepping on snow or even salt, which can be a little bit rolling underfoot. Fortunately, thanks to the ADA, my parking space is nearby, so I don't have too far to go. And I can give you a peek at unloading and what it takes to drive one-handed. I'll give you a quick glimpse of my process of getting in the car. Today is especially reminiscent of when I always had to wear a helmet while out of bed due to a craniotomy to relieve pressure on my brain. First my cane goes in, then I take bags off in the reverse order I put them on, of course, and my keys, which are on a handy device called the clipter. It's basically a carabiner, so I always know where my keys are because they're clipped to my bag. I take off, put on the driver's seat so they're available for me. Get my bags off. And now I'm ready to get in the driver's seat. Getting in is relatively easy for me, though I do need to lift my left leg in the car with my right hand because my brain has forgotten how to lift my left leg at that particular angle. You can also see how my car's been modified for one-handed driving. There's what's called a spinner knob on the wheel that allows me to easily make turns, and then this is what's called a crossover switch attached to the turn signal so that I can easily reach from the steering wheel to the turn signal. That took some getting used to, but it's relatively intuitive. And I'm off. So now I'm on my way home to nap, so I can have dinner with my family and hopefully remain conscious in front of the TV long enough to have some work-life balance. A somewhat unexpected result of my stroke is how exhausted I feel at the end of the day. No, my job is not physically taxing, but working around my brain injury, rerouting neurological signals, turns mental gymnastics into physical fatigue. You can't make assumptions about how someone is disabled. Not everyone wears a sign that says, I had an aneurysm, 2 brain surgeries, a heart attack, and a stroke, and all I got was this stupid t-shirt. Even if they do, that's still probably only half the story. My life does take a lot of work, but I hope this time has helped you see that not only is the extra effort worth it, but that learning to live with my disability has also enhanced my ability to confront and adapt to nearly any challenge. Honestly, while I struggle with the risk of tying my identity to my disability, this turning point in my life has offered me the most enriching opportunities I've ever had. Thanks for watching.